Hey guys, so I started this day, a quiet Wednesday. I woke up early and I decided I want to return this library book, Holes. It was time. So, thought I'd take you along for this day I had, October 9th. A lot of it's just scenery of Buena Park and the city of Fullerton, and quite a few different libraries, a baseball card shop, and two different comic stores. Here on La Palma, we have the La Palma Library. It's a nice little library. It's not as big as the one in Buena Park, but it has a nice little charm to it. I was thinking I was going to drop the library book in the drop box, but they have that usual slot being used for voting right now, so I had to hoof it. And I figured as long as I was in there, maybe I would just take a look at the graphic novels, see if maybe they did any restocking or made some new purchases over the summer to get some cool new books in there for the school year. So ultimately I had to avoid those late fees, though. Nothing gets you in more trouble quicker than an overdue library book. Hi, how are you today? Good, thank you. The nice thing about this library is if you strike out with the graphic novels in one section, they have another one, because the young reader comic section is just as big as the regular graphic novel section. They have plenty of anime, quite a bit, and some pretty cool stuff I haven't read yet. Nice extensive amount. So they keep the Batman trades in young adult, which is kind of interesting. I guess when Batman made his oath, he was a young adult. So this is a really nice way to read the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror stuff. They collected it. This isn't in order by issue. These are divided into themes. They'll have different sections that fall under different themes, so you're not going to get like issues 1 through 6 of the Treehouse of Horrors by buying the first edition. They split it up. So yeah, this little section is happening. You could even check out board games. And over here, about 5 shelves down, we have the rest of the comic stuff. I definitely have to check out some of these Ice Cream Man books. I understood it was some pretty good anthology horror, so it's something I'm into. And been meaning to check out some Brubaker. I heard Kill or Be Killed was very good. I know everyone Sapper comic fan dug it. He had that on his pull for a long time. They even have some of the Alan Moore ABC stuff, which I think I've only ever read Tom Strong. My brother has the Promethea trades. It's a nice Dracula Mike Mignola hardcover adaptation of the movie. It's pretty cool that he did this. I think this was put out by Topps Comics, which is pretty impressive. Nice looking book. Those pages are about as stark as you can get. Yeah, I like how they have it on a little stand. They're featuring it for the month of October. So good on them. And then as you get a little further over, you start to have like more cartoon strip stuff, like the funny papers. And I think that's awesome. So you can get your fix of some understanding, reinventing comics, or if you want some macaroning, it's there. Some Mutts. That's a real nice book right there, shaped like the Sunday comics themselves. And then of course your Calvin and Hobbes. So yeah, got all these palm trees. Nice little library. I think the Buena Park Library is closed, I think, on Mondays. The La Palma Library is closed on Fridays. So between the two of them, you should have a library 6 out of the 7 days of the week. So I checked out this place, How Sweet, that has a little red panda as their mascot. And well, I didn't try any of the desserts. They make some pretty good dim sum, so I'll definitely be back over there. Got my laundry situated and going. Over here is Ciro's Pizza, and they'll make you some of the biggest pizzas around. And you have to be real specific with them how many slices you want, otherwise they'll cut it into like 100 slices. But I haven't been there in like 10 years, but it's good pizza. And this little place in the same little strip mall as the laundromat, they make some of the best blueberry muffins. So I had to shoot over there. I'm never over here during their hours of operation. It's like the muffins are Filipino style.
Hi. Do you have any blueberry muffins?
Yeah. How many you want?
Can I get 5?
Those fritters and bear claws are looking pretty sick too.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not trying to buy a ton of sugar. Just like a kilo of sugar would be fine, sir. Yeah, this is one of the better donut shops around. This is them at like 2 in the afternoon, so.
Oh, no thank you. That'll be it. Yes, please. A box would be nice.
I know they wanted to burn through some of those donuts because dude kept throwing extra ones in the box. Even after she had thrown like one in there, he threw like 2 more. So I was grateful. So this is the first chance I've had to head over to this card shop, Average Joe's. I'd been there once with my brother when he was going to the Millennium T-shirt warehouse, but this time I was there more to look at some cards, and I was actually hoping they'd still have some more comics from before, but I'd soon find to be foiled on that. So that's a little like pumpkin patch thing they were doing at the Buena Park Mall. And if you ever meet someone who grew up in Buena Park and they were there around the early 2000s and they have a chance to talk to you, they will tell you that Kevin Smith's Clerks 2 was filmed on the back street of Stanton Avenue. It's basically secluded from Beach Boulevard. It's of its own. It's a little Bermuda Triangle, but Average Joe's is back there, and I talked to them, and it seems like business is pretty good. So people are finding them, even though it's way off the main street, and it comes to a conclusion, it dead ends. I want to apologize in advance for wearing sandals today. So, yeah, this wall right over here, where those little card boxes are, that's where the comics were. And I waited on them too long. But, yeah, I got some toys up. Fair amount of Star Wars stuff. The whole time I was there, they were playing music from Bad Boys Entertainment. So, I mean, I was grateful for the BIG, but there was a lot of Puffy in the air. At which point the guy will even apologize for. So these are all dollar cards. 86 Topps Clemens, I think, is a second year. So all these cards are in penny sleeves and $1 each. And the cool thing is they have these benches set up in tables where you could actually take the time and go through all those at your leisure. And no one bothers you. I mean, the first time I went in there, I wasn't even acknowledged, which I kind of wondered about. And then I was like, no, actually, this is pretty cool. So I think this was the soccer cards. I don't remember seeing a hockey section, but I definitely saw a lot of football, international football. Yeah, they had some kind of cheap slabs up there. The 7.0 tearing cover for $40. So I don't really see that too often. Kind of lower grade slab books for on the cheap side. I mean, just above whatever the grading and shipping fees would have been. I used to have that Blade book. I didn't know. I didn't know. It's a cool book. Kind of a rainbow foil. Yeah, so just kind of thinking like, maybe I get a graded book sometime. So yeah, those are the benches and the tables. And they just have dozens and dozens of boxes to go through. And then over here, in addition to like WWE legends, WWF greats, they had these like other cards that were signed, but more like by TV stars and from different sets of that ilk. Yeah, those are like wrestling divas. Now is the time to get signatures. Jordan Brewster from The Fast and the Furious. That was a nice card. More divas. That's Jeffrey Wright, the actor. 60 for his Siggy. Like to have that. Played a good Basquiat. Christina Applegate. Nice signature there. As curly as her hair in that picture. There's a Chevy Chase Siggy. Graded. I don't know if that's the signature graded or if it's the card graded. I never knew. More pops. Yeah, this is when I started to see a lot of these cards. I quickly realized that I was scanning over them a lot too quick, much too quick. Yeah, the cool thing is there was an older guy there and he was trying to find some cards for a granddaughter of his up in Seattle that they were going to go visit. And I really wish I knew more about these to advise him, because he was definitely asking for some recommendations on good ones to get. And he seemed like he was there to buy. So I could have definitely helped the owner by making some smart choices for the guy. So many pops. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Nice day, huh?
Oh yeah. Know anything about these cards? What's popular?
I don't. I know, like you said, they are definitely popular.
Yeah.
I like the art on them. I always thought the art was nice. Sighting
Yes.
on those for a while.
I'm gonna buy a few of those for my granddaughter and go visit her up in come on.
But he definitely did leave with a couple, so I'll have some happy grandkids. Yeah, these were in the display cases. I found the NBA greats intermingled with some football Hall of Famers. It's hard to see. A lot of contemporary NBA. This place has a huge online store, he told me. In fact, he advised me if there's anything I'm looking for to check the online store, let them know what card I want, and they'll get it out of their back stock and take it off of online and sell it to me that way. Which is pretty nice. I mean, I wouldn't want to get I wouldn't want to pay shipping and handling on a card that is in my town, more or less. Yeah, this case right here was really nice. That's a perforated Jordan Bird Rookie. Jordan. Magic Johnson Larry Bird Rookie. Yeah, people, kids at one point actually used to separate those into 3 cards. Yeah. That's why it's a valuable card. Like a stamp, you know? It got used. Yeah, so I'm like definitely seeing my kind of stuff in this display case. Some 86 tops. I gotta say, these heritage cards, it's the equivalent of what comic book collectors love about cover swipes. Again, open toe sandals. What was I thinking? But yeah, you take a new player and you put them on a card with like a 1971 design, and you really got something. A nice Jose Canseco. Yeah. A lot of these cards will have a signature, a piece of the player's jersey, a piece of their bat, a piece of Jose Canseco's scraggly vato mustache. That was an Otani right there. Otani in a suit. Nice Dave Winfield. One of my favorites. Who'd have thought you'd be able to get a Dave Winfield signature for $25? I guess that's what card boxes look like nowadays. Only a couple of packs. Yeah, this guy brought in some sets to sell. That's an 87 Topps factory set. I don't know if it's a Tiffany or not. Tiffany is a special issue of the cards on a glossy stock. And then I saw the original. One of my first baseball card shows was at the Anaheim Convention Center in 1991. And me and my dad and my uncle were there. And we actually saw Reggie Jackson in the parking lot leaving in a sports car. Yeah, we shot it out. Mr. October.
Reggie?
Yeah, he was cool about it. gave us a honk and a wave. I think it was the middle of July. Rocket Roger Clemens, 85 Donruss. These cases were nice. I don't know the contemporary characters, players aside from a few, but I'm picking up some things. And I guess you can't buy individual packs anymore. You gotta buy the box. So I didn't even know how to approach that. I didn't know what those were. Yeah, that Bo Jackson card. He's wearing the football gear and he's got the bat behind his shoulders. Nice Barry Larkin card in there. 72 Topps design.
Don't judge us for the Diddy music. It's on random.
No, I was like in the BIG before this though.
Yeah, we have to be careful so we don't like the music.
I noticed that the cards that weren't graded especially were reasonably priced. Nice Gary Carter rookie 1975 Topps. Pretty solid, nicely centered. That set was also issued in a mini card set with the minis going for a little bit more. But yeah, there was some real eye candy in here. Cards that are actually my speed too, because we were never really into the whole graded card thing. Nice Tom Seaver.
Ah, okay. Barry Larkin.
Yeah, you can almost never find a centered Ozzie Smith rookie.
Well, George Brett used to be a pretty popular card.
Eddie Murray rookie for 10. Stop cut. Got some supplies. And then it occurred to me. Both of the Reggies for a deal. And yeah, this card of the Hawk was nice.
All right, so I made the purchase on PayPal because I didn't have a lot of cash on me, but I got the 6 one-touch. These are what do they call them? 35 points, so it's good for standard modern cards in measurement and in depth. I always like to get cards in 2s when I like them. So this is what Reggie's rookie year was 67. He made his debut at the Kansas City Royals. I got 2 of his third year card. This one is centered a lot nicer than this one, but did both of them for 35. I always like that card. I never had any Reggie cards. This was pre-bearded Reg, and I always liked the Hawk. I always liked his autograph, and that's pretty nice that it's in blue. Centered really beautifully and utterly authentic. 1988 Topps reissue. I was in there trying to sell some sets of cards, so I don't want to interfere with business, but you know, I have a little business to do myself. I was looking for a Ricky Henderson rookie. I have one. Like I said, when I like a card, I like to have them in 2s. It's nice to get the Dawson autograph. And pretty nice price, I think, too. I don't know what that card goes for, but it's just nice to know it's a legitimate signed card. Anyway, back to the laundromat, and then a credit union, and then check out the comic store. I think the new Savage Dragon came out. Yeah, those guys are pretty cool in my book. I was a little bummed to find out that the comic book boxes were gone, but those were just kind of in there, I think, just because they had some space. They weren't really serious about selling the comics. And that is like a t-shirt warehouse. And around here there used to be a really good place to get ice cream that I never tried, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I've run into some trouble asking for shops to knock a couple of bucks off if I'm making a little bit of a purchase. So using PayPal was the compromise. The guys at Average Joe's were pretty cool. Last time, like I said, I only bought comics, so it's good to support them as a card shop and get some good supplies. Yeah, that Dawson the Hawk looks pretty hot in the top loader, but I'm gonna probably put it in one of those one touch. There's just a thrill about the magnetic cling. It's like sticking a sticker, man. It's just like a rush. No, it's not Scary Farm. They fog up this whole street the days and nights leading up to Halloween. Right over there was where my first baseball card comic book store used to be. It's now a smoke shop, as my childhood memories are now up in smoke. But yeah, it was called Bat Boys. Yeah, so they didn't do a real good job with their comic books, because the comic books were in these little cubby holes, and only the tops were visible. So if people would rifle through them, the overhang would just ravage the spines. But below, like at the bottom, they had books that were actually in boards. And I remember my brother just buying a bunch of Batman, like 1980s Brayfogle Batman. Just, my brother knew it was good stuff. I think I spent about $5.50 in quarters. Give me a full hour to work. Right. Nice little nursery. There's actually little areas you can rent out, plots of land. This used to all be berry farm country. You can grow corn. A neighbor of mine was a really successful farmer.
this guy who's got this little booth, he's cool with me. He greeted me, man. We shook hands, and it was cool. It was all right. But you know, these are dollar books. Gotta look. There'd definitely be something in here for like someone who likes a lot of modern image. Oh, I thought that was Blade. I didn't take it home. My brother and I watched one episode of Jupiter's Legacy. I think he was kind of feeling it. I was probably me that that pulled the plug on it. It was just bad timing. I found out that it had been canned and there was only going to be the one season, and I don't know. I didn't really think it was that strong with that Josh Duhamel guy, so I said, man, let's watch something else. But looking back, I could have probably wrote it out. It seemed all right. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. There's an Ennis Demon book, detached cover. Some Ultraverse. Yeah, see, you practically put a run of Jupiter's Legacy together. Lighthouse. Yeah, it's just your typical indie stuff. I'm surprised there wasn't a bunch of Paper Girls in there. They had the entire digest collection of the Paper Girls at the library. I don't know. I tried that show of Paper Girls, and it just seemed like a bunch of little kids running around at night, swearing. And then I just kind of remembered it getting canceled, and I was like, yeah. I think I got through one episode of that. Tetris, Exo Manowar. I hesitated. Nintendo, close. Moths. I thought that was Brian Bolin for a second. Oh, yeah. Found the Keith. These Friends of Max books are probably pretty sound in the dollar bin, but I don't have them, and I don't know what this Akiko is, but it looks kind of cute. I don't really know. Just a lot of stuff that probably didn't get a chance, and look at me, I'm not giving any of it a chance. It's not the covers, it's just, how can I buy issue 17 of this really involving story? Outcast, Ballistic, Murder, The Twilight Children. This one I like, though. Man, I just missed Mirka Andolfo at the Los Angeles Comic-Con. Another Friends of Max, so I was happy about that. Second chances, second choices. Some Marvel reissues of Miracle Man. Those are always cool. I could have probably grabbed those. I don't know. If dude wanted to do like a baker's dozen for $10, I could have probably found 13 books. Oh shoot, I just remember he gave me bag and boards for everything I bought too. I hesitated. I thought I might be a Warren Ellis Stormwatch. It was a Ronnie Mars. Ex Machina. That's a good Vertigo book you don't hear about. A president of the United States that can control mechanics with his mind, including like the operation of guns, live rounds, and moving parts. Wildcat's Adventure I wanted. Ty Templeton cover. Unfortunately had a 1-inch tear at the top. So I'd already had him sign that book for me. Union. I didn't know that Mark Tex worked on unit all the way up to issue 7. So I had to flip through this. This was around the time that Tex did that Sabretooth 4-parter. And he was at the tippy top of his powers. I mean, he was peaking out. But I only have like Union 1. I don't really know what to do with 7. Sandman Mystery Theater. Now Higgy's got that run. Carol Danvers. Carol Singers. Yeah. And then just like a bunch of nice Eastman covers on TMNT stuff. But I remember all this stuff being blown out when the store was closing. And all this stuff was like 40 cents. It was basically like 10% of sticker. So I couldn't, pay above retail on it now when I passed the first time. That was nice when this shop was doing a big sale. It was a yummy sale. I was really happy to get those Fantastic Four books. Think they go well in a friend's collection. And it's like little digest books. And I don't know. Sometimes it's not as exciting when everything's in order. But I appreciate the effort. Some of that Strange Academy stuff looks pretty cool. Yeah, this was just a little divider. I think it's in there to make you flinch, like putting a fake $100 bill on the ground. Make someone's heart skip a beat. Bunch of Batman. Current Spawn. This cool little corner. The guy at the front said you can't record, but the dude's like, man, you can record. We know that guy's uptight. Excelsior used to be a big deal when they opened a store up in Brea. You had Stan Lee signing there, unlimited free autographs, and I don't know. This dude was, this owner of the shop was probably living pretty big, and I don't know. Is are comics having a recession? It doesn't seem like I'm in touch with it. I don't really know. I'd like to get all the gunslingers. That'd be cool. Vampire 1976. Yeah, it's just a lot of these grown-up comics. I don't know. Who's that Ice Cream Man? I'll check out Ice Cream Man for free. I like this cover. Yeah. Some DC Bombshells, Marauders. At this shop, they're actually playing Livin' La Vida Loca. And I'd showed Davis a picture of my lunch. I had a nice big bowl of menudo with radishes and cilantro and onions and tortillas, and I took a picture. And he said, I thought menudo was a band. Yeah. I don't know. I could have maybe grabbed these Bone books if they were first prints. That was issue 14. The Great Cow Races. $6. I don't know. There's the Paper Girls. There had to be one. There had to. Kelly Jones, Swamp Thing. Len Wein story. And another nice Bone. Pre-image Bone mask. It's a nice gun, honey. Enough to make me hesitate. Strange. All right. Did 5 $1 books and 1 $5 book. The guy at the door had really, really bad vibe, but once I got to a specific booth, yeah, it was a nice little chill flip through. Not a lot, but it was something. Wanted to get off of Harbor Boulevard. It's kind of rush hour. But yeah, get the credit union and then my LCS for the pull list. And then back to the laundromat to pick up the dried clothes. Having a nice little idle Wednesday. That's another library. That's the Fullerton library. Every now and then they'll have a book sale, and they'll sell like graphic novels, really good ones, for $2 and $3. It's a great way to get some winter reading material. Take the back entrance. People live in the apartment upstairs, so you have to be careful not to block them in. They have a little granny flat up there. They have this little gate set up because the owner, she has a Siberian Husky that comes to the shop. Nice dog. A little barbecue. Yeah, so they're always doing like recitals here and band lessons in this soundproof room. You'll hear drums going off and guitar chords being practiced. It's a really cool spot.
Local artists.
I don't always agree with the prices, but I've always just really liked this property. They could do so much with it. They do what they can, but man, it's a lot of square footage. There could be so much stuff back here. X-Men game.
Music.
So this is like
Lessons here too.
all of their, what do they call them? Like TV properties. Like, what would you call it? Like from TV shows and that sort of thing. Intellectual properties. Star Trek, Star Wars, Inspector Gadget if you had comics. Yeah, Sonic. She used to have a bunch of Sonics. I didn't buy them. Sectars, see. Cool stuff though. Shaft. I thought that was pretty cool. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Man, I like that one. Sherlock Holmes and Harry Houdini. God. She had quite a few of them too. I was being stingy not to get the Sherlock Holmes and Harry Houdinis. Come on. What is that about? That sounds good. StarCraft. I really like the lighting right here. I don't know. It worked for me. I think they're playing the Cure something off of head against the door, so probably have to mute the sound. So I'm showing these for my buddy Kevin under the Cal of MS. I know he likes Starship Troopers, and man, if these are all dollar books, I'd have scooped them up for him. But I think they're marked at like $6 and $8 each, so not today. Good stuff though. Rico Casper Van Dien, that was a good performance. That whole movie was good.
Hey, Funky, what's up?
My
brother?
dad dug that movie a lot.
Yeah, actually, last time I was in for my pool, I think 10 helped me, so you were out of the shop.
Hey, there used to be a gross of really nice Perillo Vampirellas in those boxes too. Here's the Machine Man, #1. Yeah, I was really just in for my pool list. There's that Treehouse of Horror. Scott Pilgrim, Invader Zim. Those are sets, I think. Bundled sets.
So it's all be sorted by artist.
That's probably some good stuff in there. Old out-of-print trades and so forth.
Zines and cool things.
I don't know what was up with these office lockers. These file cabinets didn't have anything in them. The handles were like finger cuffs, and they were empty. And I went back for another one. A whole lot of nothing. It's kind of like where I sometimes find a good Jim Ma food book. I do a little bit of indie-ish. Nothing real obscure. See, I could have gotten the Frankenstein book. I wasn't even thinking about that. I've heard several people say they enjoyed that. There's also like up to current on the Dick Tracy books, but issue 3 had a crease in it. Yeah, those are really appealing. EC books, Biker Mice from Mars. Space Ghost. I don't know, I came pretty close to buying the Stan Sakai foil cover. It was a tenner. 11 going out the door after tax and a bag and board. That's a nice Carla Cohen. 6. All right.
Alright, just left the comic book store. The main one. I'm really tempted to crack into these blueberry muffins, but still a chance that there could be sushi in tonight's future. Let's see how they look though. A little piece of tape on there. Oh wow. Make sure you get a good look at this. Smell good. This is one of the few places where the bottom of the muffin is like the moist section of the muffin, and the top is actually less delicate. So let's see what we got. I guess there was some kind of a hiccup with my taro, which the black rose, but that's okay. I never worry about it too much. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. They were able to get me the Batman Days books. So, here's one of Wayne Family Adventures. Here's the Joker World. Oh man, get a load of that statue. And the Long Halloween special. So that's a nice premium book. Let me just start putting these in the backer boards. But so I guess they had me on order for Vampirella, and they grabbed me a cosplay cover. So all right, that's cool. And I believe that's a really nice Perillo right there. Nicest Perillo in a while. Alarm popped up. Be gone. Beautiful use of light and shadow. Yeah. Man, there's like a really good Vietnamese sandwich place around the corner too. Kind of want to get back to those dryers, though my clothes have been ready for a little while. And another cosplay. So I guess they're just going legacy numbering, and she's up to 660. Seems a little bit like cheating, but who's gonna call Vampirella out? She could cheat her way all the way to the top and unlock that achievement. I don't know. Lost Lands Rogue every time.
Go away, Baton!
Collection. And here's Dragon 272. I don't get the I forget there was a different trade dress involved with the banner. Maxine's wearing about 100% more clothes in this issue. And they just had this one on the wall. I couldn't just leave it. But yeah, unless I get up to some nice food, that's probably about it. Go home and put my cards away. Add these comics to the the many that I need to sort. There's a sale going on this weekend. It's like they're calling a pop-up sale through Near Mint Sundays, and it's going to be at a barber shop. And it's one of those places where you like fill up a short box for a certain amount of money, given what time of day it is. So that's Sunday. If I'm not too tired, I'll go check that out. But anyway, it's a nice part of the day. And sorry, I got a lot of traffic caught on video. So I don't know if that is valuable content or not, but I had to live it, so it's on the video. Anyway, let's see if anything else comes after this. If not, thanks for coming along. Got him. Tommy Edmond hit the dugout. Whoa. Well, it was a nice meal, and I should just go home. But on the other hand, Target's still open. They're open late for the holidays. So I'm going to see if I can find some lunch meat for the week and maybe a figure of the action variety. This guy is like a giant flea wrestler from the Archie Adventures books. It's heavy. I bet he's like 50. Oh, wow. They're doing those. Finally learned that's like a symbiosis that Raph's wearing. Actually, it looks like usually it's Raph that has it, but in this case, it looks like it might be Donnie for some reason. Been surprised. I think it's supposed to be him as Rambo, right? Yeah. And he got a little marshmallow. Oh, he's fuzzy. It's nice. Make a good cat below. Even the bandana is kind of nice. I would have loved this as a kid. I thought that was the coolest effect. Never showed the books from Excelsior, but they were actually the ones I was looking at. The one for $5 and the $5 ones are $1 each, 5 books. But yeah, thanks for coming along with me today. It was a nice, what was it? I think it was Wednesday, October 10th, maybe. Anyway, that's a wrap.
These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know. Some of them are Davids,
But most of us are